Hi guys, Paulie from Meldrum Performance Coaching and the Complete Personal Trainer Podcast. Today we're going to be dealing with unrealistic client expectations. Now, most clients, when they come to see you, they want their result, they want it yesterday. People love fast results. It's very easy to see why. And one of our hardest things that we need to do when dealing with our clients is to help control their expectations, to temper their expectations, to make them realize that they're actually doing good. We also then need to have tools and communication strategies to help people focus on what really matters in terms of achieving their goal. So, a lot of clients, when they come to you, the first thing we need to do is actually clarify what realistic rates of progress are. And we need to also clarify that things happen, life gets in the way, and that progression is not linear. It has never been linear, it will never be linear. So, the first thing is realistic rates of fat loss at the highest level possible. 1% of body weight per week is the optimal, like everything's going right, level of fat loss. This is individualized for each individual because it's not 1 kilo or anything like that. It's 1% of body weight. So for a 60 kilo person, it's 600 grams. For a 100 kilo person, it's a kilo. So really simple formula. For mass gain, it's basically 1 to 2% of body weight added per month. It's not a heap there because gaining muscle takes longer time than losing fat. And also we don't want to gain muscle too quickly because we don't want to put on unwanted body fat with it. That's called the P ratio or partitioning ratio. Now, in a lot of cases, well, every case, you are going to gain some fat along for the ride with the muscle, but you want to minimize the ratio, or you want to make the ratio more favorable to muscle versus fat. Now, clients are going to have unrealistic expectations. They're going to wonder why they're not gaining muscle faster, why they're not losing fat faster. And there's a number of factors that are going to interfere with that. Sleep, stress, actual adherence to diet, the macronutrients of their diet, the diet layout, their level of overthinking or general psychological state. All these things contribute to this, and also their unique genetic proclivities and physiology, things that take a long time to learn to work around and actually create solutions for. We also need to account for training intensity, standardization of training programs, standardization of rep execution, and the actual overestimation of caloric burn or underestimation of food portions that they're eating 95% of the time. So once you've got all this information, that's a lot to juggle there. So what do we do? What do we focus on? Now, with a client who is making good progress but is frustrated about it, what we need to do is we need to find bright lights to shine upon, because the measurable outcomes that our clients are after, whether it's lose 10 kilos of fat, gain 5 kilos of muscle, hit a certain weight, they are beyond our control. That's the first thing that we need to really kind of understand. They are totally beyond our control. Sometimes the stars don't align, things get in the way, life happens, you don't achieve their goal in the time frame. What does matter, what the most important thing to remember, is that it's the behaviors that dictate those, okay? So the behaviors that dictate the ability to get to the goal are the most important thing to focus on. So I had a client this morning who's struggling a little bit with weight loss, or his perception of his weight loss, and he looks a lot better. He's really changing his body shape, which is absolutely fantastic. And it's incredible to see his results, but he's not happy because the weight loss hasn't been reflected as much in the scale, yet his measurements have gone down quite significantly. So when we're looking with that, we need to basically look at, cool, what are the other factors there? Is he gaining muscle as well? Is he recomping? Well, yes, he hasn't trained in a long time, so that's a possibility. Does he have, a higher degree of muscle in certain parts? Yes, this guy's legs are jacked as hell. All right, cool. So he's got some muscle there. There's so many things that we can look at there. And could it be water levels? Could it be a ton of other things? Yeah, he's got lots of stress. Sleep is a bit of an issue. There's a lot of stuff going on in his life. So for this particular client, we are going to be focusing on habits. Is he hitting the gym each day? Is he doing his cardiovascular training? Is he hitting his step count? How's he going for sleep? How's he going for nutrition? And he's making huge strides in those areas as well. So his goal of his long-term weight goal may not ever happen, because from what I believe, he'll probably gain too much muscle in the process. His frame probably won't suit that weight because he'll put on a little bit of muscle, but that's okay. We just recalibrate and base it on how he looks and his ability to hit those behaviors. So guys, if you have a client with unrealistic expectations, Make sure you focus on their behaviors, what we can control, and from there you're going to have clients who are a lot happier in the long run.